Hello everyone and welcome back to another hardcore video. My stone storage has gotten wildly out of hand, so today I'm on a mission to sort that out. We'll be building a stone warehouse, digging out a giant hole in the ground, and then using all of that stone to build a gunpowder farm. We have a lot to do in today's episode, so be sure to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and jump right in. I mentioned at the end of last episode of potentially shearing down this hill so that we can see the village a little bit more, and I did shear it down a bit, and I don't think I'm going to shear it down anymore. I think I actually want to place a build here on top of this flat spot. So no, we won't really be able to see the village from everywhere, but we will be able to see whatever really cool build will go there. I have no idea what build I want to set there, but I kind of made myself a perfect little building spot, so we'll definitely set something there at some point. We can just barely see the village. We can see it a little bit more than we could, so that's good. And as you saw in the intro, my stone storage is just crazy right now. I've even just started placing it in random spots because I have nowhere else to put all this stone. I have some more stone chests back here. So you can kind of think of this stone warehouse as a similar vibe to the lumber yard over there where we keep all of our wood blocks. And I will actually be placing our warehouse somewhere over here. So first off, we need to go ahead and start collecting the materials for this build. Usually I do this all off camera, but I figured that we could collect some materials together since I do kind of have to run around my world to collect them. So the first thing on the list is a bit of wood. We are going to need lots of dark oak wood and some spruce wood. I don't think we're going to need more wood than that, but I'd rather have too much wood than too little wood. So I'm going to chop down the dark oak trees that are here and also the spruce trees. For the walls of the build, I mostly want to use stone. However, I want to texture them a little bit different this time. So let me grab a bit of light gray wool. Also, the wool is getting a wee bit crazy. Some colors worse than others. I think at some point I'm probably just going to have to turn off the farm because clearly I'm not using wool as much as it's being produced. Anyway, let's grab some more stone blocks, like just regular stone. We'll need a bit of granite and also brick and tuff. We're also going to need more cobbled deep slate, and unfortunately I just have the regular deep slate variety, so I'm going to have to go collect that. Down to the depths of my world. Also ignore that arrow. Got a little run-in with some pillagers. It's all fine. Everything's good. Oh yeah, and here's my cute little cobbled deep slate gathering room. Oh wow, here's some diamonds. The entire roof of this building is going to be cobbled deep slate, so I'm going to collect several stacks. I just found a geode, which is so cool. Oh, there's some lava peeking through. But I haven't done anything with amethyst in this world, so if I need to, then I have a very handy dandy geode. How cool. Also, I found 20 diamonds. Pretty good, pretty good. Actually, we're leaving here with 28 diamonds and lots of cobbled deep slate. And I believe that is about going to be it for the main building blocks of the build. Now, all that's left to collect are a few more odds and ends and decorational blocks. And now we should be good to go ahead and start building. I want to place our little stone warehouse slash quarry back here behind the sugarcane factory. Also, if you are curious to see how the sugarcane factory is doing, it's doing pretty well. I'm so excited to have a gunpowder farm so we can actually start to use this thing. This corner of my base has kind of become the working district. We have the wool farm, the sugarcane factory, we have our lumber mill, and then we're going to have our quarry. Also, quarry is so hard for me to say, so if it comes out really weird, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying my best. Obviously, I need to clear out a section of this forest so that we can actually start building. I will be building with copper in this build, and I'm going to need to wax it. So I'm back over here to this beehive to harvest it. Obviously, I still don't have an automatic honeycomb farm. And also, I still haven't waxed all of the copper blocks in the sugarcane factory. So I just need to make sure that I periodically harvesting that beehive. Anyway, we are going to start off by building the stone warehouse. For this little project, we're going to, of course, have the warehouse, and then I want to have a big hole in the ground where we dig down and collect a bunch of stone. So it's going to be kind of a quarry. And then outside of that quarry, we will have a crane. I've never built a crane in Minecraft, so I'm kind of excited. I feel like everyone builds cranes in Minecraft. I just have never done it. But let's focus on the warehouse. So this will be the front of it. I'm not sure how far back I wanted to go, but I definitely wanted to go a bit of a ways back so that we have plenty of storage. Maybe we will do this far back. I think that gives us more than enough storage space. Yeah, this is going to be a massive build. I also think it would be so cool if we had copper golems working inside the build to organize everything for me. How am I going to do that? I have literally no idea, but I kind of want to try. I'm going to go ahead and get all of the pillars in and also the roof, and then we can work on the walls together. Like I said before, I want to try to add lots of texture to the walls. So we're going to kind of create a gradient. We'll start off with a bit of tuff, and then I want to move on to stone. From there, we'll use andesite. Though going from the tuff to the stone is kind of a harsh gradient, so I was thinking about adding a bit of glow lichen to kind of blend it out a little bit. Honestly, I think it looks so much better like that. Once we begin to work our way to the very top, we will shift to mostly andesite. And eventually at the very top, we will add light gray wool. I want to have 2 front doors. I don't know why, but it's just kind of cool, I guess. So we'll have 2 front doors here. We'll continue to add windows going all the way up. And again, once we get to the top, then we'll start to add in that light gray wool. I've never built with light gray wool before, so I don't know, it's kind of exciting. And so stepping back, this is how the wall texturing is looking. Honestly, it is so subtle. You would never know that I have like how many blocks? 4 blocks plus the glow lichen in there. But now to do that on literally all of the walls, this is gonna take me a second. How did he get out? Why is that kind of scary? Why is he out of his pen? Why is there only 1 in the pen? Where did they all go? Literally, where did they all go? I made like 8 or 10 of them or something, and I only see 2. What are you doing up here? That's kind of creepy. Where are they? Why did they disappear? Hello? Well, I guess I will collect him. Hello, little guy, just in my pockets now. But where did the rest of you go? I don't get it. I truly do not understand. Well, guess I should make more? Question mark? Well, we'll put this little guy here on top of the roof. Look how happy he is to be up there. And for now, we'll put this guy here. Anyway, I am not quite done with my build, so let me continue building. The exterior of the build is complete. I just need to go through and wax all of the copper. On the sides, we have copper bars as windows, so I have a lot to wax. But now our focus is... Oh my gosh, there's a creeper. Wait. Oh. Oh my gosh. I did not expect him to just be right there to greet me whenever I open the door. Buddy, this is my house, not yours. Oh my goodness, are we good? Holy, that scared me so bad. Whew. Anyway, our focus now is to start to work on the interior of the build. I spent a bit of time in a creative world testing out some copper golem sorting designs. So I believe I know what we are going to do. First things first, let me get a floor in. I'm also going to go ahead and get some kind of roof design on this thing. This build is huge. huge. I'm not going to do anything too crazy, really just tidy it up a little bit. And don't worry, once we actually get the storage system in, it'll start to look a lot better, because right now it's still looking very awkward. It's just awkwardly large. I understand that. It's looking a bit dark up here, so I'm going to add a few light structures. We'll add another of those lights here, and lastly another one here in the center. So altogether the lights look like this. Let me get rid of this contraption so you can actually see what's going on. There they are. I kind of like them. I feel like they fit that factory warehouse vibe. But now for the fun part, getting in the copper golem powered storage. I am going to need literally so many chests. Luckily, it's just a little hop and skip over to our lumber mill, and I have more birch wood than I know what to do with. So how we'll do this is we'll have several little storage pods throughout this entire build, and each storage pod will have its own copper golem. I'll leave the video that I use linked down below if you'd like to do this as well. But as far as I understand, we line up the chests like so in a 3x3 pattern, and you can see it. This is what I'm going to be copying a bunch of times. We do some fancy little block placing. The copper golem is going to go right here, and I need to be sure to wax him so that he doesn't oxidize. And then I gotta get rid of his chest. I'm sorry. I'll give it right back, I promise. We'll trap him in here with a chain. We tear the whole thing down because I realized that I put it in the wrong area. What are we gonna do with him? I have no idea. I guess just like let him loose out of my world. I don't know. See, we just have a free little copper golem out here. But there you go. You are now free. Anyway, let's try this again. We have to give him a little love tap. Put his copper chest back there, and then do this other little chest contraption. Oh look, and your friend came back. That's so nice. You actually have to leave. I'm so sorry, but you cannot be in here. You're ruining everything. This can be yours, but you can't have that one. Yep, that one's yours. Now we just need to repeat this 9 more times, and then I can actually show you how this thing is going to work. I wanted the space above the chests to be all fancy, so I added some copper details, and I also used the new shelf block for the very first time for a little bit more detail. This is how the inside of the storage room is looking now, and I love it so much. For these copper details, I wanted to go from least oxidized to most oxidized in the middle. So we'll do level 2 copper here, level 3, level 4, so the max, and then we'll go back to level 3, level 2, if that makes any sense at all. If it doesn't, don't worry. As soon as it's oxidized, I will definitely show you what it's gonna look like, but we're probably gonna have to wait until like next episode or something. I need to have like some spot that I just permanently have copper spread out. I just don't know where I would put it because it's kind of ugly. And also I put in a rug as well, so things are looking really nice in here. We have these hallways that we can access behind all of the chests, and that's actually where all the work is being done. Look at these copper golems being so busy back here, and this little guy as well just hanging out. But now I need to actually figure out how I'm going to organize this place, and I think what I'll probably do is have some item frames on all of the chests, and then I'll be placing the blocks that I need to be organized here in these copper chests, and then the copper golems will organize it for me. If I just had a few copper chests, this would be a little bit more efficient, but this just makes more sense in my brain. Trying to figure out how to have just like a few copper chests work for the entire building was kind of difficult. So instead we have 10 copper chests. So therefore I am still going to have to kind of organize things. I can't just put any block in this copper chest. It has to be blocks that correspond with these chests. It'll make more sense in a moment. Let me first place down all of the item frames. And I did go ahead and move all of the stone blocks that I have here in these chests. and I need to figure out how I want to organize them. I have no idea, but we will figure it out together. I'm kind of just going to map things out, try to get an idea down first, and then we can go from there. There's just so many different kinds of stone. And then I was thinking that maybe we could place a sign to tell us what items we should put in each copper chest. So that copper chest, for example, we need to place stone bricks, and variants of each of those blocks. So we're still organizing. We're just not organizing as much as we would usually be. Also, I imagine that this is kind of going to be a learn as we go kind of process. We can always reorganize things if we need to. And now the next step is to place one of each block inside of the chest. I think that's how we do it. We can test it out with this guy. I'm not sure if we need to fill like the whole chest with blocks like that, or if we can just do one. I don't know, but let's find out, I guess. Also, I do want to do some rows kind of like this. I want to do a variety in each of the chests. So we'll see how this works. I'm not sure because we might have to kind of like spread it out like this. I guess we'll just test it out and see what happens. This is so exciting. Are you going to organize all of my stuff for me? Are you going to do a good job? Oh yeah, and then this chest here is the overflow chest. So I think that if nothing matches, then he will place it in this chest, which will go here. Okay, wait, he did a thing. He did a thing. We'll just keep on organizing and then we can check back in and see how he's doing. Oh, so he did do this kind of thing. So I do think that we're going to have to kind of like spread it out like this. Wait. No, guy, you're not supposed to be doing it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. You're actually so cute, and I love that you're trying to be helpful. However, you are not being helpful at all. He's just ruining it all. Oh, he's so cute, but not what I need at all. Okay, what do we do? I don't want to kill him. Okay, I'm gonna at least unwax him so that he can start to decompose. He's so cute, but so annoying. Oh, little guy. Look at him just like doing his best. Oh my goodness. He's literally just putting things in random chests. So what is he doing? Now, was that any faster than just doing it myself? I would say no. No, it was not. It was probably 10 times slower. Partially because I'm learning how this system works. And then also I had to set everything up. If there are any empty chests, I did go ahead and place a placeholder for now because they will just start filling it with random things. And I think they open up a certain chest first. I think it might be this one. So if this one is empty, then they're going to start filling it up first. I think the system is mostly going to be helpful for if I am putting back bulk items. Like for example, if I just did a project with a bunch of deep slate, then I can just go here and dump all of my deep slate in the chest. But if I have like a single piece of stone, then it's honestly just easier to like place it in this chest. So yeah, we'll kind of just see how it works and then go from there. We can adjust things if necessary. It is adorable to see the copper golems working so hard. It warms my heart. So at very least, they're cute. Now moving on to the next part of this project, the quarry and the crane. I want to start off by mapping out the circle. It's only going to be about this large, so kind of a good size, but it's nothing crazy. I have no idea how far I want to dig down today. I think it's going to, what is this random block doing up here? Hello? Enderman. Anyway, I think this is going to be a long project. I don't think I'm just going to dig down to like the world bottom today. And honestly, I don't know if I'm ever going to do that because why would I do that? But I do think it'd be cool to have some kind of really big hole. And also getting all of the stone that I'm going to get from this hole is going to allow me to have plenty of blocks to build the gunpowder farm that I plan on building today. And a bunch more blocks in general that I can use to continue continue to fill out my stone warehouse. Another one of the reasons why it's not as functional as it will be in the future is because there's a lot of blocks that I don't have. Like, I want to have the space for diorite slabs, but I just don't have a lot of diorite slabs right now. So once I get those, then I can fill up the chest and the copper golems can be a little bit more effective, because I feel like the more spaces you have filled out in the chests, the more effective they are. Also, how cool would it be to have like a beacon at some point? I want to do that super soon. I want to have one in the lumber yard, down in the deep slate quarry area that I have really low down in my world. It'd be cool to have one over here, but that will be for a future episode. Right now, I'm going to take a pause on building the circle and actually start working on our crane. We'll start off with a deep slate base and then build up super tall with some stripped dark oak. We'll fill in all of these gaps with some copper trapdoors. I love myself a little copper trapdoor. These blocks are so cool. I have never in my life thought about what a crane actually looks like. Like, I've never studied a crane before, but to build this one, I did do lots of crane research. And a lot of cranes have little boxes kind of towards the top. So this is that box. I imagine this is where the worker would go to like operate the crane. I assume that's kind of how it works. Also, I think this is about to be one of the tallest builds we have in the world. Obviously, other than the castle that we cannot see. So that we have some depth with this box, we will make the walls trapdoors. And you know, maybe we'll have a cute little seat here. We'll be able to see it from the ground, I think. Oops. Okay, oh wait, we can kind of see it just a little bit. Oh my gosh, literally, where did you come from? Leave me alone. Get out of here. Leave. We can even place a little lantern. And then maybe this is silly because we won't even be able to see it from the outside, but like, you know, what if we do this little like, okay, wait a second, let me figure out how to make it work. But here's like their dashboard and these are buttons, okay? Literally no one will know that this is here besides us. Maybe instead we'll raise it up a little bit. Yeah, see, look how cute that is. That is the most pointless detail I've ever done, but you know, it's there. And now we go up even higher. I was not kidding whenever I said that this build is one of our tallest builds in the world. We're going to be able to see it from everywhere. Here on this center part, I want to make a little circle. What does the circle do? I don't know, but I imagine it like holds the chain that we'll eventually have, you know, kind of like reels it in or whatever. So if we step back, it'll look something like this. Oh my gosh, stop it. And we'll do that same circle on the back side. I think I'm gonna add a little redstone torch to the very top. I feel like you always see red blinking lights on construction things. So at nighttime, I believe we'll see like a red light up there. I don't know, it kind of fits the vibe, right? But now to get the actual crane part in, I'm pretty much just going to build up at a slight diagonal with stripped spruce logs. Also, eventually I would love to fill in the bottom of the quarry with water, and imagine how fun it would be to launch myself off of this crane into the water pit. You know that I love to launch myself off of tall things. It sounds like such a fun time. I'm going to place some grindstones here, and then we'll attach some chains to them so that it looks like, I don't know, the crane has some chain things going on. And eventually they will attach to these grindstones and go down to like a little platform kind of thing. Don't ask me how it works, it just does, okay? And then we'll add more little crane arm things on the back end. Upon doing some crane research, it seems like most cranes have like some kind of weight thing in the back. Is that actually the purpose? I'm not sure, but it seems like some kind of counterweight kind of thing that are usually on the end of cranes. So that is what this little thing is right here. Now really all that's left to do is to build this little platform thing. So I would imagine that this crane is kind of the thing that allows them to take all of the stone from the quarry out of the deep pit. I'm just going to place some stone and cobblestone and then some kind of a platform at the bottom. This scaffolding is starting to get a wee bit crazy. What's going on here? And I believe that our crane is completely finished. Please let me know if you think it looks like a crane. I've never built one before, so I don't know if it looks weird or if I've just convinced myself that it looks good. Or does it actually look good? I don't know. You tell me. I do think it looks kind of cool with the warehouse. And whenever I terraform this area, I think it's going to look even better. I'm thinking about adding lots of pallet blocks around and dirt, and then also like piles of stone and stuff. Wait a second, I just found another one of our copper golems. He's way up here. How did he get way up here? I truly do not understand. Where are the rest of them? I feel like I'm just going to be finding them randomly while I'm out of my world. Oh wait, there's another one. He's so far away. Do you think like an Enderman placed a block inside of their dirt pen and then they all climbed out? I can't believe I just randomly have copper golems all around in my world. I kind of love it. I just found another one. Look at him way up here in this tree. Oh my goodness, what you doing? That is actually so far away from his little dirt pen. And now we have ourselves a pretty much finished quarry. I think I'm only going to make it go down this far. I know that's not very far, but I don't need to go down further unless I actually need the cobblestone and stone. And I think that I might have enough for the gunpowder farm, so I'll just leave it like this for now. And then I can come back here and mine if I need more cobblestone or stone. And then I just went around and terraformed a little bit, added some dirt and some boulders and other little bits. Overall, I'm so happy with how this project turned out. This little corner of my base looks so cool. Obviously, the stone storage building works so well with the little copper golems, and they're just so cute. They remind me of like little elves or something. They're just so busy doing absolutely nothing. And this little guy especially does nothing at all. He really tries, but he's not great at his job. What is this? Excuse me, please put this in the right chest. Is there a reason that you're not? I blame it on you. I think it'd be so cute if we named him. So please leave a little name suggestion down below for our copper golem friend. But anyway, it is time to start collecting all the materials that I'm going to need for this gunpowder farm. And I think I have the most stone, so maybe I'll do it mostly out of stone. I build the same exact gunpowder farm in every single one of my worlds, so I will leave that link down below if you'd like to build the same one that I build. It just works so well. It's so ugly, but it works too well for me not to add it to every single Minecraft world. So let me get busy collecting everything that we're going to need. Oh my gosh, wait, I think we're actually going to need more stone than this. Yeah, this thing is massive if you can't tell. So back down to the quarry I go. And this should be plenty. We're also going to need a bunch of slabs. And I mean a bunch. Let's grab some stairs. The last thing that we're going to need a bunch of is trapdoors. And I'm hoping that I already have enough birch wood that I'm not going to have to collect any more wood. Trapdoors are expensive, so we'll see how far this wood goes. I'm going to need over 24 stacks. That is not a crafting table, but I'm going to need over 24 stacks of trapdoors. Oh, we're gonna have enough. Thank goodness. I've been hoarding all of this birch wood, but I've almost cleared it out. Things are almost done being collected. I just need to grab a few other odds and ends. So this farm works best if it's built in an area with not a lot of caves or land around, aka the middle of the ocean. Also, look at all these little oxidized blocks that I have over here. I will definitely be using those to build some more copper golems, I'm thinking. Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's an ocean right over this way. I don't want it to be too close to my base because, again, it's kind of ugly. So I'm thinking that maybe this ocean is good enough. Yeah, I can see like no land around me. This is perfect. I am actually so excited to finally have a gunpowder farm in. It only took me 1,189 days to start start building one. Also, I'm so sorry that this video has had so many time lapses. I hope you don't mind. We've done so much this episode and I didn't want the video to be over an hour long, but we are about to jump into yet another time lapse while I get this giant farm in. So I'm gonna scoop me a little bowl of ice cream, play a little YouTube video, and have a nice cozy time building this massive farm. Look how good this farm works. We already have so much gunpowder and I haven't been standing here for that long. I'm actually going to snag it all right now. Oh yeah, bats like to go down here and die, so that's quite unfortunate for them. But I'm just so excited that I finally have a way to get unlimited rockets. My base is starting to get pretty large and it's such a pain to have to walk everywhere. Oh yeah, and wait, let me show you how big the farm looks in the sky. There she is in all of her stone glory. This thing takes so long to build, but obviously it works so well, so it is much worth the effort. Let me just fly right over here to my sugarcane factory. Oh my goodness, look how much sugarcane I have. And look how many rockets I can make. This is so good. I kind of want to get a second elytra now, just if I decide to go on a huge journey or something. Anyway, we are set for life. With that, that is the very last project that I wanted to finish today. I still have so much stuff that I want to do in this world. I'm always so inspired, so I'm excited for future episodes, and I hope that you are too. If you haven't already, then definitely be sure to like and subscribe. I hope that you all are having a lovely day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Whee! Whee! I can just waste my rockets like that and it's like nothing. Oh my god. Nar, 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 nar. But now our focus is, oh my gosh, there's a creeper. wait. Oh. Oh my gosh. Hello? Why are there so many pillagers? Why are they just running around in circles? Where is my bed? Why do I always leave it? Where is it at? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's in this random chest. That's so cool. Oh, where's my bed at? Where's my bed? Oh my gosh, there's a creeper. Oh, and a spider and an enderman. Oh my god. Buddy, I'm trying to run away from you. Leave me alone. Leave. I said leave. And now we have ourselves a pretty much finished quarry. Quarry. You know, I should have a permanent stone cutter inside of the stone building. Hello? Whee! Hence all of the time lapses. But we are about to jump into yet another time lapse. Oh wait, that's a weird angle. Hello? Okay, wait, let's not do that.